Watch as furious Dublin residents chant "Get them out" as they clash with police over the alleged assault by a migrant of a 10-year-old local girl. Ireland erupted in anger last night after locals learned of the alleged sexual assault of the young girl at City West Migrant Hotel in the early hours of Monday by a 26-year-old man. The 10-year-old, believed to be in care, was brought to Dublin as part of a planned recreational visit over the weekend. How she ended up in the Migrant Hotel has caused widespread concern. The Irish Times reports the suspect arrived in Ireland 6 years ago, but his asylum application was refused in 2024. Despite the migrant being slapped with a deportation order, he remains in Ireland. Standing in court on Monday, he said, "I have nothing to say," before lodging an application for bail. Around 2,000 people amassed outside the Migrant Hotel Tuesday night, which saw violent clashes with police. Residents could be heard pleading with officers to have some respect after being accused of injuring an elderly man and pushing a woman.
No, makes it worse.
You okay? Don't push me like that. I'm getting footage. Ah, look at that poor man. He's after pushing me with. Let me out, will you? That's an old man. You have some respect. Have some respect. You bastard, you have to spray me, you dope.
Rioters set fire to a police van and lobbed projectiles. Amid the chaos, GB News reporter Doogie Beattie and his camera operator were assaulted by officers.
During that time, they attacked us, the media, right in the middle of that, and I've never ever seen that before. But what they've done is they've pushed all the rioters down the road into little side streets here, and right now there's a very tense standoff. And just a few moments ago, the sergeant came forward from behind the riot shields and asked people that wanted to leave, form a line and leave, but he wouldn't let them take their cars with them. And now we have the ridiculous situation, and I don't know if you can just see behind me here, there's a guy that is an immigrant trying to get into the hotel, and the guards won't let him out, and he's now stuck in the same side as the protesters. This police force has lost control of this totally.
Let's talk to GB News' own Northern Ireland reporter Doogie Beattie in Belfast, who was in the thick of the battle. Doogie, tell us more, and are you okay, by the way?
Yes, I'm fine. I've been in the media for over 32 years, and as you can imagine, in Northern Ireland, before the Good Friday Agreement was signed, many's a running battle. I was filming and reporting on at that stage, so it wouldn't be foreign to me to be in amongst this. But really, last night, as you have said before, just before the break, there's an alleged sexual assault took place by a man that is believed to have lived and resided, an immigrant, inside the City West Hotel. And of course it was a 10-year-old girl that was sexually assaulted, allegedly. And he appeared in court yesterday and he needed an Arabic translator. Well, that really sparked everything off in the Republic of Ireland last night. I've been covering this for about 36 months, and a protest outside the City West Hotel started to see small clashes and skirmishes at one point, which turned into a full street battle with the Garda Síochána and protesters. Now, bits of pavement and everything else were being ripped up, fireworks thrown at the guards, and at that point we were a crew in there, Camera One, myself, my back watcher, And what you do in that position is you move yourself to the front line and go far to the right or the left, never through the middle, and you get into the hedge, and as the police go past you, you identify yourself, they see you're no threat, and they go on, and then you're behind the police lines. And that is a good option for the police comms here in Northern Ireland, because then you can't see what's going on at the front and you're reporting from behind police lines. But that didn't happen last night. What did happen was that the police actually, and if you look at the footage, they go past us, then they come back, they hit our camera woman with a riot shield. I pick up the camera, you can see them going past us, they then double back, pepper spray us, and then smash the camera with the riot shield into my own face at that stage. And it was very, very suspect, and I would like to think that that was just a naive police officer. Now, the Garda Síochána have commented on it, and they've said that they will not comment on an open case, and that they provide training for the media in these areas. But definitely any training I have done, and I have been in war zones and everything, you go to the police that will, it's their job to protect you, not identify yourself as non-threatening. They can see that you're the media and they pass by. So you have to ask, was it a naive officer, or were we being singled out at that time? As yet, we do not know. But that riots went on quite a long while last night. It was 1 o'clock in the morning before I actually got out of a cul-de-sac that they had been sort of pushing the rioters back into, and of course we were forced to be on the rioters' side of the line.
Investigators say last night's riot was organised on social media. 300 police officers were dispatched to protect the migrants in the hotel and quell the disorder. Water cannon and pepper spray was used against protesters. Garda Commissioner Justin Kelly cast rioters as thugs, intent on violence against the Garda. Back in Britain, this past weekend saw confrontations between migrants and residents at a hotel housing asylum seekers after weeks of simmering tensions. Watch as migrants and locals clash outside a migrant hotel in Southampton. Police arrived to bring order to the scene around 5 p.m. on Saturday after reports of around 100 protesters amassing outside the hotel. Hampshire police say they are investigating an incident that occurred at around 6:15 p.m. on Saturday. A spokesman said, "We are aware of an incident outside Highfield House Hotel and inquiries are ongoing to establish if any crimes have occurred." Tensions have been notching higher at the site for months. Just weeks ago, migrants were filmed fighting outside the hotel at night as neighbours reportedly cowered in their homes. The Southampton Times reports residents were awoken to the commotion around 2 a.m. on the 7th of October. Protesters brandishing the British flag have staged a series of protests through the southern city. This weekend, they were confronted by pro-Palestine protesters.
From Hamas! Uh-oh.
Migrant hotel protests continue across Britain after sparking at the Bell Hotel in Epping over the summer. Epping Council, like others, heeded residents' fury and sought to have the migrants moved out of the local hotels. Others, like Tower Hamlets in London, have debated instead whether to designate protesters far right and write off their concerns. Nick Dunning, GB News.